Hey guys, it's nice to be in front of a new audience for once. So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the time I accidentally went to a strip club. True story, it was an accident. Back in the day, if you can believe, I was actually a very good girl, so I'd never been to a strip club before. I had no frame of reference. And also, I'm from Binghamton, and our stripper talent pool is very shallow. You're more likely to catch a venereal disease than probably be entertained if anyone's been to a strip club. Fast forward, I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina in 2008, and my husband and I at the time, we got free tickets to an NFL game, and so we're tailgating for that, having lots of drinks, and it's about like a mile to get to the stadium, so I'm like, I have to pee. I have the world's smallest bladder, especially when I'm drinking. We've got to stop at whatever restaurant we see next. So I walk into this building, there's not many windows, I'm not thinking much of it. It's called the Uptown Cabaret, and it looks super classy. And I was on such a mission not to pee my pants that I beelined it for the restroom, and I missed the stage and loud music happening over here. I had no clue I was in a strip club. Until I wash my hands after I'm peeing, and I feel like a new woman, I'm rejuvenated, and I look out of the corner of my eye, and the girl washing her hands next to me is in full-on lingerie. Now, Binghamton and upstate New York, we don't necessarily dress well. We're not necessarily flamboyant with our dress. But this seemed like a bit much for me, but I'm still being the newbie that I am, and I had no idea, still at this point, that I'm in a strip club. My friends outside waiting for me, they knew exactly where I was, and some of the men with our group tried to come in, but the bouncer wouldn't let them in. So I'm walking out, and all I'm thinking still at this point is, I can't wait to tell my friends what that girl was wearing, what the hell? And it wasn't until I'm leaving the building, and I did one of those cartoon like, oh yeah, what? And I see the stage and the pole and the dancers, and it was finally, after about 10 minutes being in there, I realized that I was at my first strip club. We went to the football game, and it was awesome. And wouldn't you know, Uptown Cabaret happened to be a sponsor of the local NFL team. So if you had a ticket to the game, you got in for free that night. And so you can imagine where we went after the game. Very memorable strip club experience. It would turn out I would go there frequently because it's very classy. And one time, Easter weekend, I actually took my parents there. How's that for unusual family gatherings? But I really wanted them to experience the breakfast buffet they did after midnight. It's called Eggs and Legs. Now, I have to explain a bit about myself. I feel like I live two lives because I've got, the Jen that accidentally goes to strip clubs, does comedy, likes going out dancing till 2 a.m. And then I also have a 5-year-old that I co-parent with my now ex. So it's two very different worlds. We've got like party Jen, and then we've got kissing boo-boos and taking to sports practices and trying to get to eat something other than chicken nuggets. And these worlds are very separate. But it explains why I'm going from a strip club joke to a T-ball joke without being creepy. Have any of you ever been to youth sports? Yeah. Different games, so yeah, no, we got a couple parents. So I don't think there's anything more wholesome than a youth sports thing, like the 4 to 6-year-olds where they have no clue what's going on, but they're super excited to be there. They're like little black labs running around. I went to a T-ball game for the first time, and my son's teammate was on first base, and Hudson hits the ball to the outfield, which I was shocked because I have no athletic talent myself. And instead of running to second base, his teammate charges to the outfield, tackles the outfielder so that he can get the ball. And then the coaches are like, go to second, like trying to do the coaching thing. Kid's not listening. So the coach had to go out and pick him up and put him on second base as he's having an epic meltdown because he's so pissed he doesn't have the ball anymore. It was fabulous. But no, youth sports, I love it. At that age, the parents are not yet assholes thinking, that their kid is going to go pro and screaming at the coach for benching their 5-year-old, right? So I love the energy. It's very wholesome. If you're ever feeling low, I recommend you go to a game, but some of you in the room should probably take a female with you just so you don't come across creepy, right? Yeah, Steve, looking at you, if I could see you. One thing I think that could help parents even more to enjoy it is to come up with some kind of bingo board that you get when you get there. And it's not typical bingo, it's stuff like, little girl acts like a dinosaur for 10 minutes, check. Little boy's playing in the mud instead of playing second base, check. And you get to have a little bit of fun with it, with all the chaos that's happening around you. Or if you're among the cool parents, we'll have a drinking game where every time someone runs the wrong direction, you have to take a sip, right? Those kind of parents are my people, my tribe. I love people that can be real about parenting and what little jackasses our kids can be at times. We love them, but let's be real, they can be kind of psychotic, right? My son is in 1st grade now, and he's questioning all the things, which I do love, except he usually waits for bedtime to begin the questions. And I never know what to be prepared for, because sometimes it's, Mommy, what does Satan look like? We have not discussed religion, but he's busting that out. He's holding on to being awake and just coming up with the most random shit. Why are boats called boats? Oh, fuck if I know. I'm 10 minutes away from hitting the bowl, like, stop. The most recent one that I couldn't help but laugh, he goes, Mommy, do you have a penis? How can I not laugh? That's the kind of chaos that I have to look forward to. But anyways, parents, gotta love it, gotta laugh, it's a good time. And with that, I'm actually off to go drive back to Binghamton and go put my son to bed, so wish me luck. Thanks, guys.